All right, let's move into chapter 5, verse 1. Let's get this word. He said, it is reported commonly. Yeah, he said, this is a common conversation. It is reported commonly that there is fornication, sex without marriage. It is reported commonly. You do it so much until it's common in the church that there is fornication among you. He said, I'm telling y'all, I heard about it. And you fornicating so much that there's a fornication is going on as it is not much as named among the folk that don't know God, the Gentile, that one should have his father's wife. One of y'all crazy enough to be sleeping with your daddy's wife. the stepson sleeping with the daddy, or the son sleeping with his mama. One of them, his father's wife. We would like to think that it's the stepson, but what if it's the son? Let's find out. And ye are puffed up. You puffed up and have not rather mourned. You used to walk around here all proud, laughing and talking. To me, yeah, I know what's going on in your house. That he that has done this deed might be taken away from among you. If you don't get that man out of there, you ought to be sad that that's going on. But you puffed up. For I verily, as absent in body, but present in spirit, have judged already as though I were present. In other words, I'm not even there. And I'm letting you know I don't like it. Concerning him that has so done this deed. Now he looking at the man doing this deed. How in the world you land up there with your mama or your daddy's wife? In the same name of our Lord Jesus Christ, it's probably a stepson. I'll say that. I can't add to the word. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, when ye are gathered together, and my spirit with the power of our Lord Jesus Christ, to deliver such a one unto Satan. To deliver such an one unto Satan. Get that man out that pulpit. Get that man, let it be known that this guy got no business serving in the ministry or in his daddy's house like that. To deliver such one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh. In other words, don't let him serve in the ministry like that. That the spirit may be saved in the day of our Lord Jesus Christ. Get him out of that. Let him know that this is not of God and we don't tolerate it. Why? So this guy can get himself together, and when Jesus comes back, he'll be right. You can't let that happen in the ministry like that. I'm telling you, Paul said. You gotta deal with things that are wrong, and it's so that person can change. Your glorying is not good. What y'all talking about is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leavens the whole lump? You can't let that man be. Even though he may be the only somebody we're talking about, you got to get rid of that, because one little piece, a little yeast makes the whole dough rise. A little sin makes the whole church stink if you don't put it out. He said, purge out therefore the old leaven. Get it out, that you may be a new lump. In other words, be a fresh lump of dough. As you are unleavened. In other words, you're not supposed to have a little. Get rid of all leaven. Leaven is sin. Get the little sin out so the whole church can grow the way they're supposed to. Leave it in there, the whole church is going to be identified as something wrong with that church. Why? Because you won't deal with sin. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Jesus said, Paul is saying Jesus he did, for even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Jesus made everything right, so we got to make things right too. Let's go to verse 7 in. It said, get rid of the old yeast by removing this wicked person from among you. Then you will be like a fresh batch of dough made without yeast, which is what you really are. Christ, our Passover lamb, has been sacrificed for us. Jesus went through a lot, and we got to get rid of those things that he said he's not going to allow. He said, therefore, let us keep the feast, keep going on, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. When he's talking about, I'm going to go back and read this, like sin. Therefore, let us keep the feast. Let's keep doing what the word says, not with the old sin, the old way of living, neither with the sin of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread, the sinless bread of sincerity and truth. Let us stay true to the word. Don't allow sin to creep into your ministry or your job or your home and don't deal with it. Deal with sin, get rid of it so that your whole house can represent God, because Jesus paid a lot so that we'll know the truth.